I mean, David Bakhtiari was playing left guard last night, guys. A couple new players to note here. We have Adrian Amos. We got him from the solos, and we also went ahead and got Danzler from the solos as well. All right, guys, let's get Bob the Builder in here. Let's cheap elite that. Aaron Jones is still as bad. He's pick up a little AJ Dillon just surely for the weight on. Go ahead and pick up Eric Wilson here. He's going to be the user lord himself, Anthony Barr. A good pickup. Solid Minnesota linebacker. Unfortunately, not really Kirksey for the team Super Bowl as the secondary position. Ndakwe played for the Vikings for solid, pretty similar to Yannick Ndakwe. Ironically, go ahead and pick him up as a team chemistry guy. So, looking forward to seeing him on the team for that. Hi friends, we're back with another episode of the No Money Spent grind. I want to start off this episode by taking a quick step back. I like how the series has been going so far, but I think we can take it up a notch. More gameplay, more coin methods, more helping you guys win more Madden football games. Today we have a massive update on our team and our progress so far in the No Money Spent journey. In today's episode, we will be discussing the updates, what we've been doing since our last episode, what the lineup is looking like, and lastly, we're going to get into our first gameplay with the No Money Spent team in head-to-head seasons. I'm very excited for it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys cut me just a little bit of slack, as it is my first gameplay that I've ever done on this channel. Done a lot of coin methods, a lot of talking, a lot of tip videos, but this is going to be the first gameplay. I hope it's a good one. I hope we win. Before we get into the update, just a friendly reminder, if you are enjoying the series, go ahead and hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We are growing. I love seeing the numbers that we've been getting. This series has received a lot of love thus far, and I hope that continues. And I'm really excited to continue to bring you guys some good content and some original content. As I develop myself as a content creator, this type of series is definitely helping in that. From episode 6 to episode 7, 2 weeks have went by. In those 2 weeks, I have played many head-to-head seasons games. The method I've been using to make the most amount of coins is winning 4 games, then losing 4 games. The key behind that is I do not lose too many games in a row that I get demoted, but I also stay against mediocre opponents that I'm easily able to beat to make sure that I maximize those rewards. This method is very lucrative in terms of making coins, but if you're looking at getting better at the game for those weekend league sweats, I don't recommend this method because you aren't going to be able to get reps against top tier opponents. That being said, it is one of the best no money spent methods that's been in the game the entire year. Let's take a look at the team that we've been rocking to get these coins. The biggest change you will notice since our last episode is by far the overall change. We went from a 90 overall team to a 97 overall team in 2 weeks by grinding head-to-head seasons games. The next thing that you'll notice is unfortunately our purple friends are no longer on the team. Yes, we had a change in heart and we decided that the Packer theme team was our true identity. And if we want to win more games, that was the route that we decided to go. We do have a few token Vikings still on the team. We have Xavier Rhodes closed, and we have Randy Moss. 2 pretty good players. We are also rocking the Vikings jerseys for both our home and away jersey. Before the gameplay, I just want to go over abilities really quick on both offense and defense because since our last episode, EA has increased the AP total to 15 points, and I just want to break down what I've been doing with those extra points. The cap increase was key in trying out one of my favorite abilities from last year, and that was Human Joystick. Human Joystick after the AP update stayed at 8 AP, which is actually reasonable considering you still have 7 other AP to work with. In this video, we're going to be rocking 5 post-ups, which post-up is a 1 AP ability that is very good for running the football. With our last 2 AP, we went ahead and got honorary lineman on Heinz Ward, which is by far the best run-blocking wide receiver in the game. This has the makeup of a pretty interesting old-school offense with a few different options. We could go back to strong close, which is what we ran earlier in the year, although user rushing is going to be a major problem. 2, we could kick it back in the 1920s and go into a formation like near or far in the wild. near or far in the West Coast playbook. Or what we're going to be doing in today's video is hopping over to the run and gun playbook and running Wildcat. Now, I've been running this for a while and we're on a 24 game win streak, and the best part about it, we completely negate most of the opponent's defense abilities. Things like edge threat, acrobat, mid-zone KO, double or nothing. Those abilities just absolutely won't do anything against this offense, while our abilities go wild. Next, on the defensive side of the ball, I do run more of the meta. I do audible from 3-3-5 normal to 3-3-5 wide, just so for the extra safeties. One of the most common defenses that I'll be running in this video is called Double Mabel, aka Maple, aka Aunt Jemima, per one of my friends. No, I'm not even kidding. I was over at my friend's house the other day and I kept saying, yeah, I'm running the Double Mabel defense, and he just chuckled and said, the maple syrup defense? And we just went along with it and we nicknamed it the Aunt Jemima defense. So that I'm gonna coin that term. I'm just gonna rock with it. I think that's hilarious. Yeah, the Aunt Jemima defense originated over at my friend's house. I brought over the system. We were enjoying a Friday night playing some Madden, and I kept telling him, yeah, I'm running Double Mabel. Is that what you're using? He's like, double maple? You mean like syrup? And then we started after a couple of adult beverages, we started calling it the Aunt Jemima, after the maple syrup. So from now on, it is known as the Aunt Jemima defense. I'm also rocking two safeties, run support safeties, that have both Enforcer and Deflator on them. After the AP update, it's only 4 AP now, which is a super handy combo because you're able to force a lot of fumbles even if the opponent's players have full stamina. And lastly, with the last 4 AP that I had, I went ahead and put Edge Threat and Enforcer on Ted Hendricks. Ted Hendricks is a run-stopping outside linebacker, so he gets Enforcer for only 1 AP, which plays along with the theme of the defense. But Edge Threat is super handy. Most players will have Edge Protector at this point of the year, especially with the AP upgrade. But just in case that they don't, our Edge Threat is going to go wild. And lastly, I actually forgot to mention, I am rocking 3 mid-zone KOs on my zone archetype safeties. They still get it for 1 AP, which I think is a killer deal, because without it, zones just don't play that much, and I feel like mid-zone KO makes the zones a lot more responsive to wide receivers in their zone. With that, let's get into some gameplay, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, first gameplay on the channel ever, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for watching the video to this point. My first YouTube video using Wildcat, are you kidding me? This is what I'm going to be known for. The guy that ran the No Money Spent series and then ran the most virgin offense known to Madden history. The title of this video might be How Not to Grow a Madden YouTube Channel. As we check out his team, looks like he's got stop and go. Some other abilities I've actually never seen before. And we have Lamar Jackson, Jair Alexander, and Charles Woodson on our top 5. Oh, yeah, we will sneak out Lamar Jackson once in a while to run a little pass out of Wildcat, but we only have 6 plays, so we can't be that creative. You can't flip Wildcat. You cannot hot route Wildcat. You're very, very limited in what we can do. So I'm going to go ahead, kick it deep. I recommend you do the same. I just don't think kickoffs are really that dangerous this year. I used to be a big kick it to the up man type of guy, but this year I haven't really seen the kick returns, as please don't change now. So he gets it out to the 22. Going through my coach's adjustments, I like to set curl flats to 25. I like to leave my flats actually stock. One key thing about that, man, this is really hard to talk to talk and make adjustments at the same time. I definitely have a lot of respect for other YouTubers already for that. As I totally go into nickel, this is not what I wanted. I want to go into nickel. The 3-3-5 wide, not nickel normal, as we're off to a great start. As I said, I like to keep my flats normal because, and I didn't get the, oh man, we're just messing up all over the place. And we totally gave that up late. Okay. we're going to try to find our words here eventually. Flats. I like to put on hard flats on the field. I find that they're still a very useful zone. Therefore, I like to be able to use them so I don't set my flats. I know it's more common to set your flats to 25, your curl flats to 5. That's not my preferred method. I do prefer to leave flats as they are. I'm shading up, shading over top to get the cloud flats on the field. And then I am blitzing my user, and I am crashing my D-line out, which you did not see there, which was basically going to allow 3 guys to rush there as I'm setting up my base coverage, doing a lot of talking, not a lot of focusing. This is going to take some getting used to, but I'm excited that we're finally into gameplay because I do feel like I have some decent tips for beginners. He's going to come out and gun doubles. I know that they do have an inside zone that's pretty good out of this that I do have to be careful for. Yep. That was, I think that was the 0-1 trap. Obviously, he did not love that. And pretty much put that in a snuggie there. Come back. Oh, we almost had the lurk. Lurk in game number 1, but still pretty good defense. And this is just called double Mabel, or as one of my friends like to say, the Aunt Jemima defense, because he thought I said maple when I was telling him about this. So he's like, oh, the Aunt Jemima defense. So that is going to be our term for this. We're just double Mabeling, which is basically putting out dual flats. It works well with zone drops. I don't know, that looked like stock curl flats. We can send pressure, and we probably will here. Again, I'm just trying to get a feel out for this game. You know, first drive. Actually, I will, and I'm going to put him in a hard curl. So just something like this. You know, curl flat. We're going to send 5. Oh, I could have lurked the middle. That's on me. I should have fallen back quicker with my user. I was trying to get him to bite there, but he's going to throw a nice dot. So first and goal for him from the 7. So I'm going to go ahead. I need to be able to blow up this run in case he does go to it. He's going to block basically just double slants everywhere, and we're going to cause a hit stick, but unfortunately we are not lucky, so we will not get the ball. Unfortunately, we're going to go with hard flats. Another like double slant. I mean, he throws it right at our soul. Red zone offense, very tough. I would say if you're at the 5 and you're at the skill level of this guy, you need to be running the ball. I think it's absolutely imperative that you run the ball in this type of situation. As he dots me for a touchdown, but to be honest, I am not playing as well as I could be right now. And we're just going to fight through it because that's what we have to do. Because we want to get into gameplay. We don't want to just be the coin method guy as much as I like giving you guys coin making methods. Luckily, we're running the meta defense. You've probably seen other people run it. They probably run it just as well, or if not better than I do. What you came is for the toxic offense. You came for the Wildcat offense. It's going to be fun. And, you're going to see some lighten up for sure. I'm going to go ahead and leave everything unbalanced. Sometimes it will go to conservative just to prevent the fumbling. But the biggest adjustment that I make is putting Heinz Ward over here in that spot because he has the honorary lineman. And power, this is like your bread and butter. You're going to run this a lot. As you can see, you got all those stars on the offensive line. You have Brady, who is a massive tight end. And, yeah, you're just going to be able to run. Not the best stick there from me. One important concept, if you're going to be running this offense, is to ID the mic. Because otherwise they're going to be able to shoot through there very easily. And they're usually going to tip off their user. Of course, they might not, now that I said that, I guess. I'm going to guess that that's their user. But, takes us to the end of the quarter. Man, I have to admit, recording gameplay for Madden, not as easy as you might think. That's probably him right there, right? That's got to be his user, the guy on the outside. He brought him straight down. It is not, but we got a huge hole there, and yeah, human joystick is just that good. went ahead. We pancaked everyone on their offensive line, and we go ahead and get a quick touchdown. This is not abnormal. This guy, he could be out of here. We might be done. We might be going into game 2 already. We'll see. Yeah, he did not. He was not prepared for that offense. You'll get that a lot. You talk about a coin method? Just go ahead and get Dree Archer and slap human joystick on him. That is a coin method. You'll get so many head-to-head wins because no one wants to play against that. Let's get into another game here. The win streak is up to 24 games now running the Aunt Jemima defense and Wildcat offense. You gotta love it. Now, shout out to my buddy Scott. Man, I think you're one of my 87 subscribers at the time of this video, but that cracked me up, man. That Aunt Jemima defense for maple syrup, that was on point. I appreciate you, man, and hope you're having a good day. But that's what I'm telling you, man. These abilities that these people run don't do anything against Wildcat on defense. You just saw it there. He had mid-zone KO on Micah Hyde. He has mid-zone. Oh, actually, he had pick artist on Micah Hyde. Mid-zone KO on Sam Mills. Like that is literally going to be worthless against my offense, which is why I find that it's almost cheating to run Wildcat, because if the only defense against it is really shooting the gap, and there's probably other defense too, but right now people just try to shoot the gap against it. And honestly, if you just ID the mic, they're not going to be able to shoot the gap. So that's the biggest thing with running Wildcat. As we get into it, we're basically just putting on our 3-3-5 wides substitutions here. And I'm actually going to I'll pause the game. So pro tip, and I'm not going to repause it right away. Pro tip, pause the game. If your play clock is down to like 1 or 2 or whatever, you'll get an extra 15 seconds to go ahead and make your adjustments. See how it reset to 15 there? So again, I'm just setting my audibles there. You could probably pause the video and get those if you wanted them. But again, I'm just setting up Aunt Jemima's defense here until he kind of shows me what he wants to do. And again, Roy Williams right there, lit up. He's going to be tired. That looks like Pollard maybe. It might, yeah, I think it was Pollard. Actually, the better defense against something under center is for sure. And I want Savage on the field, and I want Roy Williams in the box. Unfortunately, I already did use my pause, so he's going to get me. Yeah, he's going to get me in some random defense. I'm just going to shade over top so I don't get beat. This is bad. In Weekend League, I might actually pause the game here because honestly, excuse me, it just feels like if you run a defense that you don't intend to, it's going to be a touchdown in Weekend League. But so I'm just getting my Big Nickel substitution. Big Nickel is by far the better run defense against someone that clearly wants to run the football. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go cover 2, and I'm just going to put the linebacker in a deep half there, or deep quarter rather, middle third. Did I say quarter, deep half, and middle before I said middle third? Yeah, just the middle third, just to protect myself against anything deep. But this guy doesn't really seem like he's going to be throwing anything deep anytime soon. So what I'm doing here, I'm pinching my defensive line, spreading them out, and I'm blitzing my user. And basically, I'm just trying to get in this gap here. And I want to be on the slot corner side. That's a key piece to shooting the run on a Big Nickel. You want to be on the linebacker that's in between the slot corner and the other linebacker. And I have auto flip on, so that's automatically going to flip my defense to the strong side of the formation. Okay, so he's still on nickelback. Honestly, he hasn't shown me anything but running the ball, so I'm just going to keep setting up this stock play here. I'm going to keep rushing all 4, so he did pass the ball, and good dot. We're not getting super adjusted yet. We're, again, just trying to feel out a Madden football game here, and I'm not going to change too much based on what I've seen because it hasn't been. I just don't want to get beat deep, basically, is kind of my thing. If he starts throwing more passes, which he is seemingly ready to do, okay. So I'm going to actually play press. And gosh, this guy, some of these lower tier guys, man, they'll just no huddle for any reason at all. And then we're just going to blow up that run there. He might no huddle again. He did not. If he goes out of gun, I'm going to be back in my Aunt Jemima defense, which is what I'm anticipating, obviously, by backing out and going to 3-3-5. So even though it's a 3 tight end set that's super heavy, maybe shouldn't be doing this. I'm actually going to shift my line to the right and crash out. I might have been able to shoot that. Not a great route combination from him, as we're going to get a pretty easy pick. Pretty routine there. I might have been able to use a rush there, which might have led to him throwing the ball before he really should have. But we'll take it nonetheless. And, yeah, the only adjustment I'm making on offense and will be at the line is really IDing the mic and putting Heinz Ward out there. That is the biggest thing. As we take a look, look at how many abilities on here have nothing to do with running the football. None of them. They're all just random passing abilities. And that is why you get holes the size of craters. I mean, it's just that simple. You have 5 post-ups, which is the best offensive line running ability in the game. Don't even worry about that glitchy one from last year. It's like nasty streak. Yeah, don't worry about that one. That pulling guard one, that's crap. Don't deal with that. Just go straight up, post ups, and get your honorary lineman out there and just gash these fools. I mean, and I was doing this in weekend league. I had 17 weekend league wins running nothing but this, including on 3rd and long. And I feel like I'm getting better at it because it wasn't until halfway through weekend league that someone said ID the mic to prevent gap shoots. Otherwise, Lord knows how much I could have won. But really right now, though, the one that's gashing him is that power, so we're going to go back to that. Another tip, if you want to see the stamina of your player, just go ahead to a different formation, because there is only one Wildcat in this book, so you can't, switch it around. But as it comes around, you'll get the updated stamina on your player. It's the end of the first quarter. But I just wanted to show you guys that trick nonetheless. So tie game, not a lot happening in this one except for a defensive stand, and we're driving. I like the way our offense is looking. He is blitzing a lot of guys, but if we get a little bit sticky, we'll be all right. But here's a good opportunity. So it's 3rd and 10 here, and so how you do it is you just switch the package. So I'm going to go to the QB package, which is just flicking the right stick to the package that you want. And I like this PA jet sweep. Now, he might anticipate this, and to be honest, there's a lot of times where if he blitzes that outside linebacker, I'm just going to get set. It's going to be very hard for me to do much. But he doesn't, so I'm actually able to roll out, and we're going to try to hit Heinz Ward. We don't do it, even though Archer's 1 for 1. That's odd. But anyway, we couldn't get our feet in bounds. That's kind of the play, just a quick rollout corner. We're going to take our points here. With Wildcat, I generally punt and take my points when available. I know with most passing offenses, people just go for it. But when you're running Wildcat, 4th and 10 is an awfully tough down to convert without going to a different formation, which you definitely could. I just want to stay true to Wildcat. I want to win games on this channel because of Wildcat, for now at least, until I find the next off-meta random scheme that I want to run. So he's going to come out again in this single back formation, pretty heavy one with 3 tight ends on the field. So I like big nickel. And again, this is really just what I've been setting up. And, if he wants to pass the ball out of this, fine. I mean, he's gonna have to dink and dunk an awful lot to make a meaningful drive. And we're actually going to start blitzing less than 4. I had been blitzing 4 most of the time because he did give me vibes of a runner, but I'm going to set up something like this. Now putting my defensive line in a vert hook, we just shed him. Big nickel is so good against the run. And again, I like something like this. Just get your vert hooks out there. And I mean, if you're just going to snap throw it like that, you're going to struggle to move the ball in this game. He's a weaker opponent. Let's call it what it is. But you know, after a win streak like mine, I would expect that I'm going to start playing some better players. But if this isn't doing it for you, feel free to drop into my Twitch stream where I will be playing Weekend League on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Link to the Twitch will be in the description. And then you can check this out against some higher level opponents. Because the thought process is still good. It's just, I mean, obviously 4th and 4. He's taking delay games. Pretty rough for him. But as I said, we've made a lot of coins by doing this method, and it's been highly effective. But yes, the more competitive games definitely are going to come out of Weekend League, as we did win 17 games with Wildcat, which to me is a win because that's about how many wins I win anyway. So the fact that I did it with this offense feels pretty good. I did not want to put on a backup quarterback. So we're going to go ahead. This Blast RT, very good run play to mix in because of how fast you can snap it. If you think that they're making a lot of adjustments to stop you and you just need to get something off quick, just quick snap that Blast RT. It is rocket fast. You can pick it. You can bounce it outside. You can go right up the gut. It is just one of those runs that's like it's so hard to stop because of how fast you can hike the ball. Now, the jet sweep is something that does have different blocking in it. So even if the power is getting blown up, that doesn't mean that this jet sweep will. And it's a pretty useful thing to mix in as well because I find that run defenses that stop the power don't do a great job against this. I mean, just look at how I know this guy probably doesn't have great run defense, but not a lot of people have Wildcat defense. You're just going to run the ball around them. You have post-ups. You have honorary linemen. You have no whatever. I don't even know. This is just fun. I mean, honestly, you don't even got to think, man. You just come out here, you just roll out the helmets and you just play ball. You just run the ball over and over and over. So on defense, again, just a quick reminder. So Derwin James and Roy Williams have that enforcer deflator combo. That is why I am running them side by side like that. And again, I'm just replacing that vert hook. And he's going to throw it right to me. Might be GG's. As my cat, I don't know if you can hear her, but my cat decided to say hi. Yeah, did you go outside? Yeah, is it cold out there? Yeah, Minnesota's pretty cold, isn't it, Zoe? Yep. All right, so back to power, our bread and butter here, the best run that I like. And, I mean, it is so tough. Human joystick it's not fair. There's no way you can tell me playmaker on a wide receiver for 6 AP is a better value than human joystick for 2 more AP. You just can't tell me that because human joystick literally can make any run be a touchdown and you ain't even got to think. Like, playmaker was good at getting wide receivers open during a man coverage meta, but at 6 AP, that's too expensive for me. I won't touch. Yeah, I won't touch it. Maybe I'm just salty because I'm not good at playmakering. But anyway, I found that one to be overrated. But if you love passing the ball, more power to you. I respect you. I just want to win games, and I don't want to sweat every game. And Wildcat for me has been fun and not sweaty. So that's butt naked. Okay, well, I'm playing against you guys. Just totally tossed any credibility that this opponent had off the face of the earth because he didn't even come close to making a good read there. And he doesn't have edge. Yeah, this okay. All right. We'll call it like it is. Kind of a soft opponent here. We're still going to say GG's. Unfortunately, he just doesn't quite have the dots. And he's going to throw right at Micah Hyde with mid-zone KO. By the way, that lights up on everything. It doesn't even matter if it's deep, short, mid. it just lights up. It plays really well. I love mid-zone KO. On zone safeties, it's only 1 AP. Highly recommend it. We're just kind of sporadic, man. We're just throwing out tips left and right randomly. So hopefully one of these resonates with you. That it didn't even... Well, mid-zone KO didn't activate that time, but he threw it right at us. So we'll catch our pick. And he's going to be gone. I think that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed our first gameplay in the No Money Spent series. I had fun. I enjoyed it. I brought you guys into the offense, and hopefully you guys enjoy watching a little bit. Hopefully you guys enjoy a little bit of a different offense, not the typical gun bunch, not trips, a little bit of wildcat, and I hope you guys have a great night. I'll see you guys in the next zone. Peace for now.